In this video, I am going to go over Abeka, 7th grade. This is the literature part of the English for 7th grade from Abeka. The edition you see before you is the 4th edition, and anything I show in this video, you can pause the video, to stop it so you can actually read what it says. I'm going to try to do this quickly. And if the video is fuzzy, if you're on a mobile phone or something like that, there should be 3 little dots up here in the top right corner you can click on and go to video quality and increase the number to make it more clear. Okay, so I just did a video showing you the grammar and composition. Now I'm going to show you the Of the People literature. I no longer have the vocabulary, spelling, and poetry, so I cannot show that. This book is the parent, the teacher, curriculum, and lesson plans for English 7. Okay, I'm just going to do a walkthrough just to show you what it looks like in case you are interested in it. That way you can kind of better see the inside. However, I cannot do a review or my personal opinion about it because we have not used this and we're not going to use this. Okay, so I did show the inside of this on the grammar and composition video, but I will do it again for this one. Okay, so here's the table of contents. Okay, so like I said, you can pause it so you can see what it says. All right, they give the scope and sequence over here. Here they give the textbooks and materials that you will need, a guide to the parent. I'm sorry if I'm shaky. I'm kind of in a bit of a hurry and I'm holding the phone. So, all right, then there's review and drill. And this side has testing policies, and it continues over here, and then there's grading procedures. An introduction on how to use this lesson plan. And they give suggested times on how long to spend on each section a day. The subject descriptions, so here it tells you about the grammar, the literature, which is what I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on today, and then the spelling and vocabulary. The composition, so this is like the writing part of it for the teacher. It's broken down into quarters. So over here is first quarter and second quarter. Okay, grading, so how to grade the compositions, book reports, research papers, research paper deadlines, procedures for homework, review, quizzes and tests, written poetry quiz, oral poetry quiz, book report procedures. Okay, and then it gets on into the actual daily lesson plan. So each day, it'll tell you what to do. So like lesson 1, it'll give you a note, what to prepare for, how to introduce the lesson, and then what to do for the grammar part, the spelling part, the vocab part, and the literature part, and then if there's any additional homework to assign. And then it tells you here that HW means homework, OP is the Of the People literature part, and then it continues to the next lesson. Okay, so this whole book is laid out just like that. Lesson 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on up. Okay, so right here is when you give like a reading quiz, how many they missed, what their score was, and how to record it in the progress report, which is in the back of the book right here. Okay, so the back of the book has, I don't remember if there's four of these sheets maybe, okay, but they have these progress reports here in the back, okay. But you can see that the teacher book, it's the same layout, just each day it just tells you what to do for each of these books, okay. So that's what that is. All right, now this is the student book for the literature, and this is the teacher's part for the literature. Okay, so we'll go through this one. Let's see. Like I said, this is the 4th edition. Alright, and again, you can pause the video if you need to, so you can read what it covers. So Unit 1 has stories and literature about families and friends. Unit 2 has stories, literature about people and animals. Unit 3 would be about pilgrims. Unit 4 about patriots. And it just gives you the titles of them and who wrote them, and of course the page number that they are on. Unit 5 is about Christmas. Unit 6, explorers and pioneers. So you can see Columbus is on there, Lewis and Clark, the Buffalo Dance, things like that. Unit 7, men and women of genius. Unit 8, sportsmen. Unit 9, legendary heroes. And then that was the end of it. So it has 9 units. Looks like some of them might be interesting. Okay, and then here's Unit 1. It tells you again the title, the theme for Unit 1, Families and Friends, and the first story, Mama and the Graduation Present. Down here, looks like they give some pronunciation for things that may be a little hard to pronounce, like a person's last name or words, and then also the meaning of what they are. So that's nice. And I'm sorry if I'm shaken. Okay, so you can see you just read it, and it's kind of short. And then here's some checking the speed, and then some thoughts to think about. So, well, anyway, I was going to say that you could, have the child write it out on paper, what they think, or just narrate it to you, or tell you the answers verbally, or, but I'm sure that that book will tell you what to do with it. Okay, so here's a poem, think it through. Here's another story, I Meet the Sheriff. And again, has more of those helpful parts in it. Checking your speed and reading. Alright, so I'm not going to go through every page. I'll flip through some here. But you can see it's all about the same. It's just literature. Just a book of good reading and poetry. Some good pictures. Okay? And some things for the student to think about. Looks like in the back here there's a play. I saw some scenes in there. Ulysses and the Cyclops. Let's see if there was anything else in the back. Probably an index, of course, maybe, but let's see if there's anything other than that. Nope, just credits. Okay. Alright, so that is the student book. You can see there's no writing in here. They just read it. And there's some thinking questions. Now this is the teacher's edition that goes with it. And it's spiral bound, which is nice. And again, it has the units, the table of contents, which is the same as the student. So we're not going to spend any time on there. In the back, there's some teacher notes. And again, it's the same as the student book. You can see the pictures are the same, the words, all of that. Let's see what the difference is. All right, here's some thinking it through, but there's no answers. So that's the same as the student. Okay. Okay, it looks like everything is the same except the very end, where they have these teacher part back here. So this is something extra. So there's some teaching notes for each of the stories in here. The scope and sequence. Okay, it's like weeks 1 through 3. Some pages to read, tests and quizzes to take. Talks about literature in a Christian perspective. Just gives some suggestions. poetry. And then now here is each unit. So remember, what were there? Is there 9 or 10 units? Forget now. 9. 9 units, and each unit had a different theme. So Unit 1, Families and Friends. Okay, so the first one that the student was reading was Mama and the Graduation Present, and these were the Think It Through questions. Remember there were 4? So this is the question, and here's a possible answer. Okay, so looks like there's some type of answers in the back. Or, some things you can say to help prompt the student to think, to give a better answer for themselves. And then some reviews, quotations. All right, and it looks like they do that for each unit. And the very, very back, looks like that's it. It ends with that. Okay, so that is the Of the People literature from Abeka. Okay, and this also goes with it. This is the quizzes and test. All right, and it says test with speed and comprehension, selections, and quizzes. And I don't know if I said this in this video or not, but I will have links in the description box below for this. Okay, so here's a to the teacher part. How to give the test, how to give the speed and comprehension quizzes, averaging grades, and the quizzes. Okay. Like I said, we have not used this, but we did get this used. So someone did do some of this. So this is a speed and comprehension chart where you can keep track of how fast they read. And it looks like the first 3 tests are gone. But this is a test, and the test will be quite a bit longer than the quizzes. So here's page 1. Wow, that one was short. Oh, there's an essay to write. Okay, so this is a speed and comprehension part here. These are actually neat. The child, they just read it, and you keep track of how fast they read, and you just time them and stuff, and how many words they got right and wrong. Okay, this is the comprehension part. So down here's the speed part, and this is the comprehension part for this reading. Then there's a test. Test 5. These are the shortest Abeka tests I've ever seen. Usually, Abeka tests are 3 or 4 pages. These are just 2, but they do have essays, so that will take longer too. All right, another speed and comprehension test here, quiz. So they speed read, you check their speed, then they do a comprehension over what they read, and another test. Okay, so you can see that's all that this book is, and it ends with another test as well. Okay? All right, and then the last one is the answer key to what I just showed you. So it's going to be the exact same, but it's just going to have the answers in light blue, and it will tell you how much to count wrong for each incorrect answer. Okay, so that is what it looks like. So that's the layout of this for Abeka. So you don't have to be, scared or anything of it. You can see how it's laid out. And for the essay, it looks like they give you, some possible ideas, or possible key things to look for and hope that they included in their essay. Let's see what else they did. See, here's another essay. Answers will vary, but they may include the following here. Okay, so that is it for this. And thank you for watching.